most frightening torture techniques from the Middle Ages. The reason we chose this period was because punishment was the solution to every criminal or social offense, ranging from stealing to adultery to heresy. All these areas of medieval punishment had their own means of justice. However, the most interesting and most controversial will have to be the use of torture. The torture is the use of physical or mental pain to obtain information, to punish a person, or to control the members of a group to which the tortured person belongs. The use of torture was at its peak during the Spanish Inquisition, from 1231 to 1543. This was a time of social and political change in which the Catholic Church tried to eliminate any conflicting philosophies. Although there were gauls, they were generally used to hold a prisoner awaiting trial rather than as a means of punishment. Fines, shaming, being placed in stocks, mutilation, cutting off a part of the body, or death were the most common forms of punishment. There was no police force in the medieval period, so law enforcement was in the hands of the community. Serious crimes were heard by the king's court. The accused had to face trial by ordeal to decide whether they were guilty or not guilty. As far as the punishments given during this time period are concerned, there are various different kinds of punishment that were declared to the people committing such crimes. These punishments were basically intended to prevent an unequal and abusive reign.
The period of the distress for the homosexuals, the heretics, and the witches. According to the judgment, it was introduced in the anus, the mouth, or the vagina. The victim normally was not surviving. If the break of the law was the lie or the blasphemy, the judgment was executed across the mouth with the pier of the distress. The pier is a device of wrought iron that has 4 fixed petals about a central axis. It closed seems like a pier for his form and size, but if it was opened, it is spread up to multiplying his diameter by 3. Still remain some, but there are no people who survive to give explanation of his effect. The first obstacle for the torturer is the prosthesis. It is probable that the same weight was sufficient to break some teeth. The teeth have a great number of nervous recipients, so the injuries would have caused an immense pain. So soon as the beard is inside, the idea is to open it in order that the lips span the jaw. The beard resting on the later surface of the teeth pushing towards the sides. In last instance, the teeth will be a print of the gum. If someone have extracted a millstone to you, they know that they have to anesthetize you for a pain as this. Now imagine this without anesthesia. As far as the beard opens, it dislocates the jaw, and it is possible that the problem worsens with the inflammation of the interior of the mouth. The obstruction of the mouth, the distress, and the closing of the larynx originates a heart failure.
The weather torsion. Dunking is a form of punishment that was mainly reserved of support witches. The victim was tied to a chair he learned for lower by the tortured. If they noticed that the victim was going to pass out, he alerted the chain when he needed information and the victim was unwilling to cooperate. He alerted it. This method was unwillingly used during the Spain Inquisition and in England and French. This victim was usually intermittently submerged for many hours until he or she realized information of that occurred. While witches very commonly tortured use method, fisting of mothers called by subject in the order to extract and confession. This was more common when other more sophisticated torture devices were not present.